the best, worst podcast you've ever heard. And now, The Ronnie and Bo Show, brought to you by Prescott Realty.
It's the Ronnie and Bo Show. Ronnie, this is going to be a good one. Ronnie's got a buddy in here.
Oh, man, this is the dream right here. This is the dream.
So do you want to introduce your friend?
Yeah, everybody that's listening right now, fasten your
friend, too.
seatbelts. Yeah, he is. He is. We have in the studio Christopher Simning.
Christopher Simning, everybody. Big round of applause.
I love how you say the word Christopher. I don't get called that much, but I love that name.
Only when you're in trouble?
No, I just get a look when I'm in trouble and I know I need to be quiet.
Bo gives me that look every single episode.
Oh, come on.
So,
you're the one giving the look.
Well, Chris, I know what you like better than Chris or Christopher is Buddy.
Oh, no.
Hey, Buddy. How are you,
Do you
Buddy?
not like Buddy?
I hate Buddy, but
I got a story about that.
Yo, I do too.
Do you? Well, let me tell mine because yours is going to be better. Yeah. So I'm dating my wife, and somehow, I mean, back in the early days, I'm dating my wife, and somehow she starts calling me Buddy. Want to go to dinner, Buddy? Want to go to a movie tonight, Buddy? And it's obvious. And I can't stand it.
Are you an elf? Like Buddy the elf? Like, hello?
And so this is early on in a relationship. I said, why are you calling me Buddy? And she said, well, I was just trying to make an emotional connection. I said, shut up.
Was that like a term of endearment, Buddy?
I guess, yeah.
Wow, all right.
Okay, tell me your Buddy story.
Oh, okay. So people always call me Buddy, but they don't know what to make of me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I'll be in public, and they'll say, sir, ma'am, mister. They come to me, hey, Buddy, and they'll talk real low like I'm 5 years old. And I look at them and I go, hey, Skipper. And they look at me like, why did you call me Skipper? And I go, well, why did you call me Buddy? My name is Chris. Hello.
Buddy.
That's unfortunate, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you get a lot of that, right?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I think people, they don't know if I'm retarded. They don't know if I am smart. And so I feel like that's their go-to a lot.
Well, real quick, Chris, because a lot of people listening, they know you.
Oh, that's right. People are listening.
And then a lot of people, there's 3 people that listen to this, so it's not that many. But people that don't know you, because we'll get into your story later and get more into the dystonia, but just tell people right off the top, like what it is that you face every day.
I face every day a really obscure muscle and nerve disease, and it's called torsional dystonia, and I was diagnosed with it in 1983, and it changed my life forever. I woke up with it one morning out of bed, and we didn't know what it was at first, and then after a couple months, it was diagnosed extremely rare. There's not many people with it in the States. Yeah. And I've still yet to meet a person who actually has this.
Wow. Well, we'll get into more of that because I don't know. You are. I just need to say it off the top. You're my hero. Yeah. You're one of my best friends. There's nobody that I think is more brilliant as a communicator and who really walks out a walk with Jesus in the face of like a whole lot of challenges and brokenness better than you. And you though are one of the funniest people I know, smartest people I know, and so this is going to be fun. So we'll get into the story later. But
and I met you through Ron.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
Yep. Speaking at Heights, and
Ron is a pastor at Heights.
Yes,
and he has friends who are inspirational speakers.
Yeah,
and you're one of them.
Friends in low places.
He wishes he had Garth's. You need a Garth Brooks hat.
Yeah, seriously.
Cover that dome of his.
And so kids call it the Dome of Shame.
Oh, wow!
Yeah. It's awesome.
Where are my lines, huh?
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the good news about him being bald? He saves a lot of money on shampoo.
Yeah.
And shampoo's only $3. What are you talking about?
But it takes him longer to wash his face.
Oh.
Yeah, seriously. Bo's beard is going to creep across this table before the episode's over. It's growing as we speak.
Have you ever asked yourself? I mean, you interact with Ron. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had this thought? You know that red tastes like cherry, and purple tastes like grape.
Yes.
What flavor do you think his lollipop tastes like?
Green apple. I don't know.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Well,
we can do this all day long.
I know. Before we forget, this wonderful show is brought to you by Prescott Realty.
So Prescott Realty had the courage to sponsor us, and we love them for it. Their number is 928-499-8700. We've got Lorinda Johnson and John Rocha, and these folks are specialists in what they do, okay?
Yeah.
So in other words, if you're a first-time home buyer, they have a specialist for that. And if you're a custom home builder, they've got a specialist for that to find you a site and to help you build homes. Prescott Realty's been in the area since 1991, so they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of great connections, and they're wonderful folks. PrescottRealty.com or 928-499-8700.
Yes. And we've got our show coming up, Bo.
Yep. Did you hear about this, Chris?
I did.
Do you have your tickets?
November 1st.
Amazing.
Did you buy tickets?
Yeah. Are you going to give me a ticket?
You just won a
And
ticket.
then laugh at me, everybody. Hello, I'm not buddy. Whatever.
Hello, buddy.
Oh, man. Yeah, so at the Prescott Elks Theater on Thursday, November 1st, we've got a show.
So we start this podcast, all right? Mm-hmm. And I immediately get a website because I know how to do that. I build one, and I said, "Look, Ronnie," I'm trying to impress Ronnie. I go, "Look, Ronnie, I got us a website." And he, wow, this is incredible. And then I get my buddy Shotgun Tom to do that intro and that outro because he's a friend of mine. Otherwise, it would cost me $1,000 a word.
Yeah, right.
And he says, "Oh my gosh, how do you do that, Bo? You get it." And so I'm just trying my heart out to impress him. And he comes over one day to the studio here, and he says, "Hey, I got us a gig." I said, "What do you mean you got us a gig?" "Ronnie and Bo are going to be performing at the Elks Theater." I said, "Are you crazy?" "We nothing. You are. I don't even know what I'm doing." And so he hooked up with 1010 Ministries, and it's a total fundraiser. All the money goes to 1010 Ministries.
That's amazing.
Are you familiar with 1010 Ministries?
Yes,
you know them too?
A little bit. I'd be through Ron. Yes.
Yeah. You
They're a
stayed
great
with
group.
them, and Joey and Robin Kaufman. They're such great people,
So
and
good.
so it'll be a good night, and it's supporting a good cause. But it's coming up, and it seats 500-600 people,
Right.
And
That's awesome.
we only have like 15, 20 seats.
Here's the power.
left.
Here's the power of Ron. This thing's in November. No, I'm being serious. And Heights Church and the people in the community that support Ron and love Ron. So this thing's going to be sold out. We're like 20 seats away.
It's time to start working on material, Bo.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I hope it gets sold out because then I can go on stage and I say, "Ron, you're a sellout." I don't know what that means.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so Chris is here, so we need to show off a little bit.
Are we going to show off all our
So
stuff?
normally we do a segment, one segment. You know,
Right.
we've got Bo Knows, we've got a new one, This Day in History, Who Can Top Who.
Yep.
We have got the Ronnie and Bo poll. We've got Canadian or Dead. Mm-hmm. We've got all these different segments.
So we sprinkle these little segments in.
but we usually only do one.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
So for you, we decided to do all of them. Just
I love. Okay.
Is that okay?
All right.
Yeah, but Canadians, like those poor people, like why not somebody else? Why not somebody like I don't know? Hello, like open your minds. Come on, there's so many things out there.
I think Canadians are easy to make fun of, maybe. Huh? You think it should be something else, huh?
Well, the only thing I know about Canada is it's beautiful, and they say "eh" a lot. Eh,
Yeah,
eh.
eh.
Like I think that's their favorite letter.
Yeah.
But
So you can play Canadian or Dead with us. Ron's going to give us a name.
Okay, let's start with that one.
And we might know it, we might not know it, and we have to guess. And for example, the first week, talking about smart, he the first time we did this, he said Alan Thicke.
It's both Canadian and Dead, so that doesn't count.
He doesn't get the Canadian or.
Yeah, John Candy.
he's
both.
He's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So that's not, it's Canadian or dead, not Canadian and dead. And then he comes
Aretha
up.
Franklin.
See? She's not Canadian,
Yeah, Canadian.
but she's dead.
She is. Ooh.
Helen,
that doesn't work.
Helen
either.
Keller.
Helen Keller.
I mean, Abraham Lincoln.
Well, the word dead just seems like forever and final, and it is forever, and it's that's a harsh word.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
To label somebody
But so is
dead.
Canadian. But so is Canadian. Canadian's
yeah.
a harsh word too.
I'm trying to think ones you stumped me almost on.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, but I knew he wasn't dead.
Because he was young enough.
Yeah.
I did
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
Ooh.
What do you
That
think?
was
Let's be
tough.
serious. Huh? Let's be serious.
He's still alive.
He is?
I think so. He is.
That's the question.
I don't think he's Canadian though.
There you go. See how tough this game is?
Oh,
He's Canadian.
there you
And he's
go.
still alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get those
Got it.
you get those guys that are just right on the borderline, you know?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay. I've
Okay,
got
you
one
got
for
one?
you.
This is the real game
this,
here.
You got to search your
Google?
minds here.
Our computers?
Search your Google. Okay. Canadian or dead? Rick Moranis.
Oh,
Rick
I think
Moranis.
I know this.
You've
I know
got
it.
Spaceballs. You've
Right.
got Ghostbusters.
Honey, I
You've
Shrunk
got
the
Honey, I
Kids.
Shrunk the
Kids.
Everything.
That's right.
I know it.
Yeah.
I do too.
But
Do you know
when's
it?
the last time you've seen him in anything? That's
It's
makes
been a
you
while.
because maybe you
That's
missed.
that's a good one though.
you
Borderline.
missed a
He's
He's Canadian.
Canadian
so-
and not dead.
I think
That's
yes.
your
yes.
final
That's-
answer.
Yes.
Okay, you are correct.
Yay!
He is Canadian.
Yes.
He is not dead. He is not dead. He's just retired. Or,
So that's one segment we play.
yeah, that's good. Okay, I think it's time for Bo Knows.
Ooh.
Bo,
Okay, 'cause,
no.
ladies and gentlemen, Bo knows things that most people don't know at all. So
It's true. And that's why they call it Bo knows. Have you ever heard the phrase Chris knows?
No.
No, because you don't
Get
know
that-
as much as Bo knows.
Get that
Well-
light bulb ding ready, right? Isn't that Bo Knows? Okay, so
Love it.
what do you know, Bo?
Okay, these are things that I know that not too many other people know.
Okay.
And if you do, then you know as much as Bo.
Okay.
The hashtag key on your keyboard is called an octo. I don't know what it's called. An octotroph.
Octotroph.
Bo knows.
That
Do you
is
know-
true.
Do you know what the symbol of and is on the keyboard? Do you know the name of what
No.
that's called?
No.
Do you, Ron?
The and? No.
Yeah, the and symbol.
Ampersand.
Yes.
What is it?
Ampersand.
Ampersand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how you play Chris and Ronnie know.
That's right. See, I do have a nose, and I do know things. Yeah.
Yeah. That we. What is it again?
Well, I thought
the
you said the
hashtag?
and sign, and I know it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Ampersand or something like that.
Yeah. Ampersand.
But yeah, I thought when you were saying that, I thought you were talking about what's the little thing, the
at
the
symbol.
A, the
Oh,
at symbol.
yeah.
Is that
Does
what is
that
that
have a
called?
name?
Is that called the at symbol?
Does that?
Or what is that called?
Bo
The A
doesn't
with
know
the
that.
circle? No, I
You
don't know that
that
one.
one.
No.
So what the
Come on.
hashtag? That was just a number sign or a
Yes.
pound sign. My
And that
entire
is
life.
called an octotroph.
And I call it the tic-tac-toe. That's
right, Keith.
That looks like tic-tac-toe.
It
Right.
is, yeah.
Hashtag. That's a recent millennial
And-
sort
it
of
is.
thing.
And I'm
It's-
still not over the fact that they stole that from the from the phone.
Right.
I mean,
Right,
all these
Exactly. It's
internet
not a
people think that that's a
hashtag.
hashtag. It's the pound sign on a telephone.
Number sign. I know. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Bo knows. And now we'll go right into
Which one?
get the drum roll, please.
Okay,
it's
I'm
time
ready.
for a
Ronnie
Ronnie
and
and
Bo
Bo
poll.
poll. Ronnie and Bo poll. Ronnie and Bo poll. Ronnie and Bo poll. Ronnie and Bo poll. Okay, so we're gonna give a question and then multiple choice answer.
Okay.
For this question. Okay,
All
so
right.
here's your question for today's Ronnie and Bo poll. In California, it is illegal to eat oranges while doing what? In California, it's
Eating
illegal.
avocados.
No,
Oh, huh? No.
no, that's not it. That's not it. Do you want the answers? Do you want?
Yeah, give us
multiple
the
choice?
choices.
Yeah.
Okay, in California, it's
Right here
illegal
it
to
is.
eat oranges while doing what? One, gardening.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
That
does it?
makes sense
I mean, if you're
because the
gardening around the
oranges,
tree, you would just have one.
Right?
That'd
Yeah.
be refreshing.
Okay. Next.
Number two, working on a computer.
Maybe.
Don't know if it'd be illegal, but it would, it would get the keyboard sticky.
It would get, yeah. Okay.
Three, driving.
Ooh.
It's illegal in California. You're saying possibly
eat oranges
and
while
drive.
doing this.
You can eat a Big Mac and fries, but you can't eat an orange.
So you're not buying that one then. Okay. Maybe it's illegal because it's too healthy for you.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
really. They are some health nuts. In California, it's illegal to eat oranges while doing what? Gardening, working on a computer, driving, or, last option, bathing. Which I know is actually Chris's favorite way to bathe. Is in
No, he bathes with rose petals.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's not illegal, I don't think.
That's right.
I go right to whatever the answer is. How did they come up with that? What lobby?
Right?
What lobby made that illegal?
Yeah, seriously.
So
I want to know the end of this, but we'll know in a minute. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what you're elected to your office to find out weird laws. Like, oh, let's implement that. That's cool. I bet you Indiana doesn't do that, or Rhode Island doesn't have that. So let's do it. Yeah,
Maybe that was a campaign promise.
Maybe.
Elect me, and I will make it illegal.
to do this.
Oranges was something.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Well, that one we have to wait till the end of the episode to give away the answer. So
All right.
you're going to wait.
Okay.
until
And
the
that's
end
how
of the episode.
and that's how you play the Ronnie and Bo poll.
Ronnie and Bopo. All right, and then one final segment before we get into
Okay.
what we're really here to do is
Okay.
to interview Chris.
Okay.
I'm hungry for an orange.
Well, you know what? One of the answers was not eating an orange and doing a podcast at the same time. So I think you're okay.
You're
All right.
probably, and we're not
I'm
in
good.
California,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it doesn't matter. All right.
Okay. Hold on. Go ahead. Stop.
Okay, so the last segment that we're going to play is called Who Can
Do It
Who?
Better?
This Day in History.
So the concept is
Yeah.
anybody can do this day in history, but we're trying to top each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So October 1st.
Is it October 1st?
October 1st. This day in history. And we know that people will listen to this whenever they want to listen to this. But the original air date of this episode is October 1st, 2018. But you might be listening to this 5 years from now, or
Hopefully on
Thursday,
October 1st.
or in March. We don't know, but we're gonna showdown right now. Me and Bo Woods.
Oh, you know what? We should let Chris be the judge.
Ooh.
Oh, of who?
That puts a
who
lot of pressure
top
on him,
two?
though.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, usually it's like who top two, and we just claim that we won, and you know.
Yeah.
But we might want to put. Well, I don't know. Do we want to put that pressure on him?
Yeah, no, he's good at that. He can handle the pressure.
Okay.
Can't you, Chris?
Under pressure. Do.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
skipper.
just lost
Come on,
it. I just
skipper.
lost the whole
Yeah,
contest
you-
because I called you buddy.
Yeah, you go.
You're gonna say he topped me just by default.
Go eat an orange, dude.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, this day in history, October 1st. Am I going to go first?
Go ahead.
All
Lay it
right.
on us.
In 331 BC, that's Bo's favorite year in history, Alexander the Great defeated Darius III of Persia in the Battle of Gaugamela.
Now, you don't think I can top that? I could probably not say anything and win. Right? Okay, it was on this date, October 1st, in 1867, Karl Marx published Das Kapital.
Oh,
And I can tell you this,
that.
that's the capital in Germany. Now you can see the scales tipping my way, right? So far on this date in history, who tops who, right? Almost.
Who won round one there, Chris? Be honest.
It would be you, Ron.
Oh, look at that.
Dun dun dun.
All right, on this day in history in 1837, there was a treaty with the Winnebago Indians. That's a true story.
That's not true.
Yes, I just learned that Winnebago
You took your first round win, and you're starting with this one on round two.
And what a way, by the way, to honor a whole group of Native Americans than by naming an RV after them and then driving through their territory.
Are you done? I didn't understand anything you said.
I'm done.
Did you make a statement? I heard Winnebago people, and I didn't hear anything about it.
No, you don't pay attention.
Okay, that's
All right.
his. Okay, I can top that.
Okay.
On this date, October 1st in 1975, it was the Thrilla in Manila. Muhammad Ali beat Joe Frazier in 14 rounds to retain his heavyweight title.
Wow.
Who won that round?
But you won that one.
Yeah.
Bo controls our high-tech sound effect system. So.
It's a box.
Yeah. Okay, on this day in history, in 1708. I'm very familiar with the early 1700s.
That was the 18th century, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm always confused by that. Yes. 1708. Bo might get this one because it's musical in nature.
He's setting me up.
You're that old, 1708.
No.
Yeah.
The composer John Blow.
What?
John Blow, who composed something, died on this day in history at 59 years old.
That was the bit?
That was the bit. John Blow.
Died?
I just like saying his name.
Golly.
John Blow.
How did he get that name?
How did you find that fact?
It's all up here, Chris. It's all
right.
All part of
all
the
right.
magic.
Since he started with music, I'm going to end with music.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Uh-oh.
It was on this date. Get ready. Hold on to your socks, Chris. On this date, and everything else. On this date on this date, October 1st in 1982.
Oh, no.
80s, here we go.
82.
Marvin Gaye released his last studio album called Midnight Love, and it featured the hit
Oh, no.
Sexual Healing. Oh, baby, now let's get down tonight.
Oh, we've lost Chris. Oh, man.
Robbie, I'm hot just like an oven. I need some loving. Oh, sure, everyone's laughing and making fun of me, but I have to do that to him every day to start the show, just to get that going.
That's the warm-up.
Huh? How'd you like? So who won that round?
Wow.
Whew. It is hot. I'm hot just like an oven.
I made myself blush.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you think?
Wait, after you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Blow or Marvin Gaye?
There's no relation
Oh,
to those two,
It's
by the way.
so extreme, the two of them. I have to go with Bo.
Oh, man.
Although that did make me
Uncomfortable?
yes, very much so. I was not expecting that. I did not leave Phoenix this morning expecting to be corralled into embarrassment. But yeah.
Oh, my
That was a
gosh.
huge hit for him, I'll tell you. I had that cassette in my 280ZX.
Oh,
and man,
man.
did the ladies at high school love me.
You know what's weird about that statement is that they don't make sense anymore. If
Marvin Gaye doesn't record anymore.
yeah, and if people are listening and they're not of our age,
They're not going to know what a cassette
yeah,
was.
is
they
a
won't,
cassette?
they won't know what that is.
I had in 1982, when that was brand new, I ran down to the record store and got an MP3 of that. Is that better? I downloaded that in 1982.
You got that on Apple Music.
I still have it on my 1982 thumb drive.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we
Do
started.
not use thumb drive and sexual healing in the same sentence. My thumb drive is stuck.
You need a thumb drive doctor
Oh, man.
to heal you.
Yeah.
So we started that whole thing by saying we usually do one bit, but we're going to do more than one bit, 3 or 4 of them to really impress you and to introduce you to the
Yeah.
show. And I don't think we did any of that.
No, now he's ready just to leave. It's all been inappropriate. We
Yeah,
can't
where's
use
my
it.
orange? Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Well, Chris, thank you for being such a good sport.
Yeah, putting up with
just spending time with us. You stop it, Bo.
I had to.
Oh, man. This is gonna haunt us. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Chris, if you just like rewind back just a bit. So I don't know. We met at Hume Lake.
We did.
Originally.
Okay, this will embarrass. Well, we met in the men's bathroom.
That's
right?
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that was true. You were doing at that point a.
Don't tell him what he was doing in the bathroom.
I don't think we need to explain that. But that week at Hume, you were doing a breakout session called "Don't Bag on Me."
Yeah, the infamous.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that was kind of the maiden voyage for your whole speaking stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that? What was that about?
So Hume Lake is like my second family. It's home away from home. It's where I gained independence. I worked there for 7 summers and
Christian camp.
yes, and outside
Sequoia
of
National
Fresno.
Forest,
Yes, by Kings Canyon, and I love it up there. And I love the people up there dearly.
Yeah.
And they really believed in my story.
Yeah.
And I was invited to do a session about my unique life story to the high school camp for about 10 weeks that summer.
That was awesome.
And they asked if I could come up with the title, and I said, how about Don't Bag on Me? It was kind of a part of my life story, and they loved it, and that was the first staple, and still to this day, I get people who remember that title.
Yeah. So explain more why you chose that title. Don't Bag on Me?
So I have a colostomy bag.
Okay.
And it's a bag that I have to poop in, and it's very disgusting. It's not fun. I have to wear it up my side 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's part of my disease that we'll tell you about shortly. And I have to live with that forever. And it's not easy. It's embarrassing. It makes noises, and it stinks sometimes. And if you're around me and you don't know I have it, you're like, man, he's rude or whatever. And so back in the 80s, me and my friends, whenever we would pick on each other, we would refer that as you were bagging on the other person.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So Don't Bag on Me is a term that goes way back to the 80s. Don't bag on me, man. So in my life story, I wear a bag, so don't bag on me.
So it's sort of a double entendre. And
It is. It is.
It has multiple meanings. That's
yes.
great.
Yeah.
Huh. Are you said you're, I hope this isn't too sensitive. You said you're sometimes embarrassed and stuff. Not today, are you?
No. Oh, no.
I mean,
no.
when you were first dealing with things, it was.
Yeah. Still, I get embarrassed today.
You do?
I'll make fart noises, and
I wish you didn't.
I know, right?
No, but I guess it's human nature, right?
Right.
But
people don't understand it. And when they hear an awkward noise coming from your body, they think it's the actual fart itself, but it's not.
Right.
And it's just something I can't control. And if you don't know I have it,
so I guess
it's embarrassing.
So I guess I was gonna say, but you're dealing with it for so long, you shouldn't be embarrassed about it. But you're not, because it's a unique or a new situation. Because nobody in this situation knows it, and so you have to. It's all brand new to them. Okay.
When you travel as a speaker on an airplane, and it stinks, there's nowhere you can go that tube.
Right.
You have to sit in your seat and just make it go away. And
yeah. Well, back up a little bit, Chris. Let's go back just to basically the 8th grade and just falling asleep one night and waking up the next, and kind of the turn of events from there.
That's right. It was Easter morning, 1983. It was my mom's birthday, my stepdad's birthday, and my mom's identical twin sister's birthday. It was a big day. My mom came to my room to wake me up. We were going to get ready to go to church. My Easter basket was sitting on my desk, and I got out of bed, stood on my feet, and the moment I did that, my head fell forward, and my chin was touching my chest, and I got lifted back up. So I thought I slept wrong. As a kid, I was really funny. I was pretty naive about things, so it didn't really faze me. I'm like, interesting. And I walked down the hallway and went to go eat breakfast with my family, who was already waiting for me at the table. And they all thought I was joking around with my head flipped over. They were laughing. And at one point, my mom said, "All right, joke's over," something to that effect. "Lift up your head." I wouldn't do it. And she thought I was still being a clown, funny. And, you know, and so she tolerated it for a little bit. And then after a while, I think she was scared because normally I wasn't that kid. I was very obedient, very whatever my parents said to do, I would do. I wasn't rebellious. But I wasn't listening to what my mom asked of me to do. That was to please lift your head up. And
did you know at that time you couldn't?
Yes, I knew at that time that I couldn't. And I would take my hand and pry my chin up and keep it up. And then when my hand would go away from my chin, it would fall back down. And so actually yelled at me.
That's got to hurt.
In anger.
Yeah, no, I can
because
see
she
that.
thought I was being very defiant.
That's right.
And she goes, "I said the joke is over. Lift up your head right now." And the tone that my mom used, I knew that it was serious, and I knew that what I had was a serious condition because it scared my mom, and she voiced it in her tone. And I started to cry at the table. And my mom's eyes lit up. My stepdad, my sister all were worried. And my mom felt so horrible that she yelled at me. That wasn't her intention. She just wanted me to be obedient. She didn't think of anything of it.
And do you think she still lives with that little moment?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Good.
And she goes, "Chris, what's wrong?" And I said, "I don't know. When I stood to my feet in my bedroom, when I got out of bed, I just couldn't lift my head up. And I thought maybe I slept wrong. But just the seriousness of the moment at the kitchen table eating breakfast that morning, I knew that something was wrong. And I was scared to death."
Yeah, that's a tough.
You were panicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that's Easter Sunday, mom's birthday, stepdad's birthday,
aunt's birthday.
Yep, your normal 8th grade kid.
Oh,
I've seen pictures, and you're super fast, and
I could outrun the majority of everybody in my school.
Yep, and overnight, then this happens, and that was, I mean, in some ways, the beginning of the beginning.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say beginning of the end, but I mean, life changed forever at that point.
Forever.
That's part one of our interview with our very good friend and special guest, Chris Simning. Brought to you by Prescott Realty, PrescottRealty.com, or you can call them for a no-commitment free consultation at 928-499-8700. 2 offices to serve downtown Prescott and Williamson Valley. Prescott Realty, helping folks in the greater Prescott area since 1991.
Thanks for listening to The Ronnie and Bo Show, available on your favorite podcast provider. Please connect with The Ronnie and Bo Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and RonnieandBoShow.com. Send comments to RonnieandBoShow@gmail.com. This is your announcer speaking. I'm Shotgun Tom Kelly.